One thing I've learned today is that we have to be so careful with what we give our attention to. And specifically, what I'm talking about here is the media that we're consuming. A lot of people are watching media, watching information essentially. It doesn't just have to be watching, it could be listening, reading, whatever. But it's information that does nothing to serve the betterment of yourself. In fact, the only purpose that it serves is lowering your frequency. Like, there are people who spend ages focusing on watching the news or focusing on watching, I don't know, Keeping Up with the Kardashians or whatever. Now, I haven't watched the show, so I can't even necessarily comment, right? So don't take it too literally. Maybe it's a good show. Maybe there's a lot of learning revelations. But I'm theorizing that it's probably a lot of junk. It's probably a lot of junk that you're consuming your brain with. It's a lot of gossip and, oh, he said this, she said this in the news. A lot of the times it's designed to frame your mind for the negative. It's designed to have you thinking that life is dark, that the world is such a dark place. Because have you seen this that happened? Have you seen? And there's always something negative happening on a daily basis. And it seems like there's just so much. And when you're watching the news and that's all you're seeing, that's all you're hearing, it's easy to forget about the good things that are going on. It's easy to forget about the overall positive trajectory that we're in as a society. It's easy to look at, oh, this, I don't know, knife crime situation happened, or this situation happened, etc. And it's easy to look at that and think, wow, the world is so scary. The world is just getting worse. But the interesting thing about it, and I don't have the statistics to hand, but I remember searching this some years ago. And I was looking at the statistics of, for example, maybe it was knife crime, right? Or maybe it was just crime in general. And I was just looking at the statistics and the trajectory of how many crimes are committed or how many murders are committed. Again, I don't remember the exact thing, but let's just say, for example, it was murders. And I saw that the numbers have gone down so drastically. But you wouldn't think that looking at the news or looking at maybe a social media or whatever, depending on whatever your algorithm is, however your algorithm is designed. And there is positive news, there is. But I'm speaking about the widespread mass media that a lot of people are consuming. I encourage you, tap out. A lot of the times it's messing with your frequency, but it's not just the news. The news is an example that I'm using right now. But again, whether it's just some gossip that you're constantly engaging in, essentially focusing on information about other people that are lowering your frequency and that really and truly don't do anything in your life right now. Now, let me make this clear. If you're the kind of person where you're seeing the news and you're seeing the troubles that are happening in the world and you're using that to inspire you to create more charity for the world and to help the people that you're seeing on the news, then I respect that. I respect that highly. And I think, amazing, keep doing it. Try to regulate your frequency. Make sure that it's not affecting your frequency negatively. Make sure that you're offsetting the negativity that you are intaking with some kind of positive. Listen to more positive stuff. Learn about the positive news. What are the positive things that are happening? What are the great breakthroughs that we're having in science? Learn about those things too. But if you're doing that and it's having an overall positive impact on the world, fair enough. But I'm speaking specifically about the people who are watching these things. And it's just used as a source of stress. It's used as a source to stress them out more. Why are you doing this to yourself? If it's not driving some sort of positive change in your life, then what's the purpose? Because all it's doing is adding extra anxiety to you that you could actually be readjusting that focus that you're putting into the news, and you can put that into creating positive news in your own life, creating positive results. So that's what I encourage you to do. And that is one thing I've learned today. One thing that's on my mind today. And when I say one thing I've learned today, it's always a continuous journey of learning. Like, I may have heard these concepts years ago, and I haven't watched the news for mad years. But at the same time, when I hear a piece of information, it's like I've learned it again. Maybe I haven't even heard the piece of information. Maybe I'm just thinking about it. It's like, to me, the way I see it, it's like each time I'm relearning. That's why it's one thing I've learned today. Is that what I said at the start of the video? One thing I learned today. I just had this revelation. I was thinking, this might be a good idea. We'll see if I keep doing these videos. It was, yeah, one thing I've learned. So I'm thinking to start videos with like one thing I've learned, and I can just share something that's on my mind for that day. Maybe it's something that I've learned. Let me know what you guys think of the idea. As a little series, one thing I've learned about XYZ thing, or one thing I've learned, like just sharing the lessons. As you know, the channel's called Learning with Lamar, so it's kind of on brand. And it was actually inspired heavily by my bro, Big Nate. Because Big Nate, every single day on Instagram, he drops a video on his story. He says, what I learned today. I was trying to think, how can I implement an idea like that without, I don't want to like dilute I don't know, he might want to take what I learned today bigger. I want him to be able to use it however he wants to use it, and I think it's a sick idea. So I'm thinking, how can I use the idea but in a different way that doesn't interfere with his marketing? And that's what I've come up with so far. So yeah, I literally just came up with that right now. So let me know what you're thinking. With that being said, you've been tuning with Learning with Lamar. I'll catch you in the next video. I want to change my outro as well. So for now, we'll just say I'll catch you in the next video in a bit.